leather gloves, we're slapping in hams. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the beer that circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Here we're back. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives
Live!
here on Strong Island Television in Paradise Studios in beautiful downtown Massapequa, New York.
And today's show is brought to us by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers
for the 9/11 community. Thank you, Michael.
Yes.
So, 2 weeks we were on hiatus again.
Yes, we were.
On the anus of high, and
Yes.
I missed you.
I know I missed you.
I missed you. I missed the
being here.
girls. I missed Roseanne and Bridget.
I missed the laughs.
I missed the laughs because you're very funny. Just to touch base a little bit on our background, that is Hazmat One Squad 288 FDNY.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's our new background because we've been using it a few months.
Yeah.
But I'm just sitting here looking at it. And I'm like, man, that looks freaking cool, doesn't it?
It looks like we're there. We're sitting in the street,
like
selling
the trucks are coming.
lemonade.
Yeah. So as you know, a lot went on.
Yeah.
Went to Dallas. We're going to talk a lot about that tonight. I got my Fort Worth hat on.
Look at that.
What does it say?
Got,
Fort
it's got
Worth?
A bull on it.
Yep.
Fort
Worth Stockyards.
Fort Worth. Oh, that's where you watch the Stampede every day?
Yeah, Stampede comes through twice a day, I think.
Wow.
And our experts who are all from the Dallas area tonight, who were out there with me and put up with me, will all come on and just talk about what a freaking moron I was in Dallas.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good.
How do they like New Yorkers down there?
I don't know because I blend.
In other words, how did they like the big, robust John LaRocchia?
I started walking like John Wayne a little bit. Solano took a nice video of me walking out of the hotel with a hat, cowboy hat on. I blended right in. People thought I was right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good.
But before we start talking about that, are you one of the guys online in the deli that does the slice it thin, slice it thick? You know, there's been a number of jokes I've heard over the years. I used to do a joke on it. Yeah. Do you do that?
I like to taste it too, and they don't want to give you out samples anymore. Does your guy in the deli?
Yeah, my guy doesn't care. He seems like he doesn't care about communicable diseases
or life.
Yeah, he just hands me a slice of. He goes, "You want to?" And I'm stupid enough. Like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, I like to slice it thick, my turkey.
Yeah.
I like it thick.
We like it kind of thin.
Kind of thin?
Because it feels like it lasts longer.
Yeah, but sometimes it gets
I like right in the middle somewhere. I don't like it too thick, and I don't like it too thin.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd bring that up. It's going nowhere.
Very good.
I took the girlie out for the little girlie.
Yeah, where'd you go?
We go every week. No, my granddaughter. We go to Jumpy Time. We go to gymnastics, and then we go for hamburger. She calls it a hamburger.
Yeah.
And
I have a question for you. You had a video of her up.
Yes.
And she made it through this obstacle course.
Yes.
But she fell and then it was holding her leg and you cut the video. What happened? Did she hurt her leg?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention too much when I'm there.
You just moved on.
Yeah. She falls off of things and stuff. And that's how they learn.
Yeah.
That's how they learn. As long as she doesn't go out the front door and go into traffic. Because I'm on the phone. I'm looking at, pictures and texting you, and she's falling off the balance beam or whatever.
Right.
That's okay. But what was kind of frustrating is I was doing everything right. She was having fun. The grandbabs was having a great day.
Great time, yeah.
And I put her in the van to drive home, and she says, "I don't have a van."
She what?
So I said, "What? You want some more water?" "No, I don't have a van." I go, "Babe, I just took you to gymnastics. I took you. I don't know what you said." Then she starts like losing it because grandbabs, I'm telling you what I want. And you ain't giving it to me.
Yeah.
So usually, like, I'll send a video then message to the rest of the family, but I didn't. I got home as soon as she walked in the front door. I said, "Tell your mother what you want." I don't have it. She goes, "Oh, she wants a rubber band." Bam. First try, she got it.
Easy to please. Look at that.
20-minute ride home, she wouldn't shut up. I go, "I don't know what you're saying."
What did she need the rubber band for?
She likes to hold rubber bands. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Twisty turny, got it.
Now, here's something cool.
Yeah.
I turned her on to a new song. She likes the same songs when she goes to bed.
Got it.
In Napoli, where lovers go.
Right.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
That's amore?
Amore. She loves it. Then I go, that's amore. It makes
Did
her
you
laugh.
ever play her the Jerry Lewis version?
I
with
didn't.
Oh.
It's funny probably, right?
Yeah, she loved that, John.
So, all right, I didn't know Jerry Lewis did a version, to be honest. I love
Yeah,
Dean
it's when
Martin's
he
version.
goes, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's amore. That's amore?
That's where I got it from, because that's what I do when I
Yeah.
sing it to her.
Yes.
Oh, so that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. My daughter's car accident that she had.
Yeah,
Remember
what
the whole
happened
car
with that?
accident?
Tell me.
We replaced the car.
Yeah.
They took my car off the insurance and her car. I told them to take her car off, and then the agent took the other Subaru off, so I got the policy. There's only one car on. Then I got the policy again. Now there's 4 cars on it.
Right.
When we only have 3 cars. But the thing is, I battled back and forth. John Santo over there helped me with the video. We looked at it over and over again. We had a video, and I said, listen, it wasn't her fault. I got proof. The other girl went through the red light.
Right.
Came back. 30%. I didn't tell you this. 30% Olivia Lynn LaRocchia's fault.
Right.
And I said to them, how can you say that? And they said she had the last chance to avoid the accident.
Did the other one run the light and get a ticket?
I never checked the ticket again. But their point is defensive driving. She should have looked and made sure the lane was stopped.
Yeah.
Even though the girl ran the red light. So we're going to get hit with 30%. I don't know what it's going to be, but she may be riding a bike soon.
You have 3 cars on, and how many people on that policy?
3.
And can I ask what you pay a year? Is that personal?
I think it's HIPAA. You're getting into HIPAA again here. HIPAA! You can't ask me those questions. Remember HIPAA?
Well, I have Geico,
Yeah.
$6,000.
How many
Just
people are on the 10?
3. Me, my wife, and my son.
How old is
He's
Sonny Boy?
18.
There you go. Bada bing.
3 days after he gets the car, he gets into an accident.
Oh.
It was an older woman ran a red light.
See, these kids, it's so expensive.
$6,000.
And Bridget's sitting over there like,
What's your policy?
she was on my...
How much?
I think I pay a lot more than I should.
Well, women, they charge more, I think, young
Well,
women.
I'm a good driver.
And you're not young
I've only
anymore,
been in several car accidents.
Yeah.
But none were your fault. That's the difference.
We really shouldn't be talking off camera,
You're right.
Yeah,
That's
why are we
unprofessional.
talking of- right.
Bridget, come over here, because she's going to be in the segment soon.
Yeah.
So I buy a new desk, did my basement over completely, right? Did my base. Don't move. Wait. Bobby's going to yell at us.
Yeah.
Which way, Bob? Stay? All right. So we only got half of Bridget. Now we got a whole
Like
Bridget.
we're on a merry-go-round.
What's better than half of Bridget? A whole Bridget.
Right.
So I got a new desk.
Okay.
Right? Did my basement. You know the deal. Did my basement over. I did. Ordered the desk. It came, took it apart. There's one side piece. It's cracked. Like the pressed wood. Like if you went like this, it would break.
IKEA?
No. Amazon Prime through this company. So I called the company and I said, maybe $250 desk. So because Johnny's he's got the money.
Right.
If you drive by my house,
Flaunt
there's
it.
like money blowing out the window.
Yeah.
Just blowing out. So I call him and I go, here's what happened. Here's what the email I sent to me. 3 options.
Yeah.
First option, $20 for your trouble. Okay, let's go to option 2. If we have, we'll send you a new desk. 4 to 6 weeks.
But yet, the first time it took you, 24 hours?
Yeah. Or the third option was something like we're going to try to find a piece from another country. Then they came back and said, we found a piece in the warehouse. 2 to 5 days, you'll have your piece.
Yeah.
Came back the next morning. No, we didn't find a piece. New desk was sending out.
How big was this? Big boxes? Heavy?
It's one big, heavy box.
Yeah.
Very heavy. So I'm excited about my new desk. Comedy Central will be open again, doing business.
Can't wait.
Well, you two guys are probably on more shows than any other comic, maybe other than Daddario on my shows. And
Me?
You? What do you mean you? Yes, you.
I just repost the flyer a lot.
You
So
no,
people
it's
think,
no.
wow,
You're
he's
on.
really
You're on a lot of
working.
my shows, and
Oh, your shows, yeah.
and it just proves I don't have. You don't have to be funny to be on my shows.
Right. Rich would
You have to
know
be
that.
prompt.
Right.
You don't
That's
have
it.
to be funny to headline.
Just
either,
prompt.
Right, Rich?
Right.
That's it.
As you proved that when I worked with you.
Right.
She was so funny.
She is very dry,
She's
funny.
very
She's very
dry.
different.
She
Very
knew how to
dry.
handle something. I was in with her, and I just was befuddled.
Really?
We
Yeah.
we haven't been
What
here
was that?
since what?
What was that one? Arugas? Whatever.
Oh,
You were so
yes,
good.
Arrugas. Yeah.
But you
I
had a
was like,
feisty crowd.
hamina. No, there
You
was
do
no
a hamina.
crowd.
No, we were in a
Oh.
bar. We were in a bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
party.
kind of fun though.
Yeah.
It was like
Sometimes,
6
you know.
people. That was
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of
Because
fun.
he's still doing bar shows.
I do it as a
30
favor.
years.
Right.
But
It's a
favor.
favor to
It's
who?
a favor.
As a
yeah.
favor to who?
The fans.
Did you have an Easter egg hunt for your kids?
No.
No, because they're older now.
Yeah. They're
Well,
20 and 18.
Well, I know that, but I wanted to throw it at you because you say I never talk to you. So
Yeah.
you know, I throw questions
Now,
at
did
you.
you have an Easter egg?
Of course.
Grandbabs did.
Grandbabs always has the
Easter.
Easter egg hunt.
What kind of eggs did you use? Were they plastic eggs? What
yeah.
was in it? Money or
Here's what I do. Grandma,
marshmallow?
I put one $5 bill,
Yeah.
a few dollar bills, and then it goes downhill. It's maybe a piece of candy, then it's dog food, celery, you know,
Ketchup packet.
right. And here's the funny part. Who's looking? My daughter, who was 23, still goes to her pediatrician. Same pediatrician as the 7-year-old and the 3-year-old. So the egg hunt was for anybody that goes to Dr. Silverstein this year.
Right.
That was the egg count. So it was
Yeah.
the 3 of them. Libby made out with some cash. Vincent made out with some cash. The poor little one, every one she opened was a crap gift. Like they're getting candy and money. She's opening rocks and celery. And I felt so bad. She didn't get it though.
She wasn't quick on the take. That's
No,
all.
she
When
was.
did they graduate you from the pediatrician? When did they gently ask you to leave?
I don't know.
I guess never.
I don't know.
I think I'm just.
I think you could still go to a pediatrician if you wanted.
I should, but my kids,
youthful
18
skin.
and 20, still have a pediatrician. But that question just came up this week. So
They still go, pediatrician?
no, my doctor's office said they have to send over the file, $20 each kid.
Oh, forget
Send
it.
over the
You stay
file.
at the pediatrician.
Hey Richie, hey Bridget.
Yeah.
I want to talk about some pickleball, Bobby. All right.
Wow.
Pickleball playoffs for this week. The Laughter Saves Lives team was in bracket B.
Yep.
We came in 8th place out of 20, which put us in bracket B.
Pretty good.
We were looking to take the bracket. Olivia and I were pumped. We were psyched. And then the kid gets sick. She gets sick the day of the pickleball playoffs. What am I going to do? I have a talented, feisty backup on the team. Bridget Kavanaugh showed up.
That's right.
What, 2-hour notice?
I got a text that said, "Help, need you tonight," and I said, "Put me in, coach."
I didn't even say pickleball. I just helped need you tonight. And she's like, I'm in.
That's
I'm
right.
in. I'm back. Well, actually,
That's the commitment.
yeah.
That's
the
So
commitment,
she
man.
showed up, and here's what I like about Bridget.
yeah.
She's feisty out there. She wants to win. We laugh a little bit, and then we turn around. The other team doesn't hear us, and we go, "We're gonna kill him. We're gonna son of a
I'm
guy,
serious.
Yeah.
smash it in his face." So
They
now,
anger you, right?
Right. Yes.
now there are some old guys out there, but when I'm out there with Bridget, Bridget says, "John, you play like you're how old, Bridget? How old do you think?"
You play youthful. I'll say that.
You
I would say I think you play.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for you to give me a little zazoom.
I won't give you. I'll give you.
Oh.
One of those is coming
Oh, okay.
because there were very limited times where I got to hit the ball during a couple of these games. He was in
Oh,
my zone.
that's.
I poked him with my paddle. A couple
I get
times.
excited.
I
get
move
excited.
him over
You
to
got to
his
prod
side.
him.
You have to.
I play like those babies on the commercial on the.
You kind
pickleball
of look
court.
like a baby, you know that?
Yeah.
Let me just say this about Bridget Kavanaugh. All right, she
Yeah.
played hard.
Yeah.
First game out,
Yeah.
the other team had played a game. They were hot. They were warmed
Yes.
up. We were
Yeah, this was
cold.
good.
We get out there, we're hitting the ball back. You can't warm up.
No,
You
you
can't
just
warm up
gotta
like
get
these
into
guys. So
it.
she's like, let's just go at it, John. Let's go at it.
Right.
And then here there's the other team going. They're serving 1-0, 2-0, bada bing, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6, bada bing, 7-0. They're kicking our ass.
Yeah, we were not good.
It was like 8-0. Then it was like 9-0. No, 9-3, 9-4, 10-4.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Bridget Kavanaugh. 10-5,
Yeah.
10-6. Here comes Johnny L. 10-7, 10-8. Bridget, 10-9. Johnny L. 10-10, 11-10. We won!
We did.
We beat 'em!
We had a major
Wow.
comeback. A
Major comeback.
It almost looks like you were sandbagging it for the first half of that game, right?
No. And then Bridget went, as they were walking up the court, Bridget went, a 2, like that.
Right.
Just said, get out of
I
here,
spit at them.
guys.
I
Really?
spit at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Because they
we
were
played
playing
well.
us.
We
All
played
right.
well. We won another game.
We
We beat Pickalicious.
We
But
did.
I'm
We
fine.
beat
Pickalicious.
Pickalicious.
2 young girls. Very good.
Yeah.
11-10 again. We beat them.
Yeah, it was
So we
close
had some good
games.
games.
What?
3-2 we
a
won.
But thank you for filling in.
I love to fill in. I'm happy. Although
your
next
own team.
season I'll be playing against you.
I'm going to be so
And
sad.
it's so
It's gonna be
great.
tough.
He loves the fact that you have absolutely nothing to do at
Right.
night,
Yeah.
and you are ready at a moment's
At the
notice.
drop of a hat. I have no
Unbelievable.
hobbies.
Is there
Right.
something else?
Not
Oh, you
busy.
gave me the dig. You said I didn't let you hit the ball
Yeah,
enough.
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always the thing.
Is there anything else you want to add about the pickleball?
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited for the fundraiser. I feel like now I really have the skill. Here's the thing. I feel like I'm getting the skill down because I was a tennis player, but the paddles are different.
It's a
You know how it
different
is.
speed.
Yeah.
I'm getting the location, the placement. I'm going to go down the line. I'm going where you're not going to expect it. You know?
Right.
See, now
I'm playing a mind game.
yeah, but I'm going to be on the other side now, and I'm listening to what you're saying now.
and that's
you know?
fine. And you still won't see it coming because you're about power and I'm about strategy.
Wow. And she's.
Wow.
I don't-
See, she has to be about strategy.
Did she just say I'm
Right.
about power?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
You're
Yes.
power hungry.
She didn't
On
even
the
know
court.
that she
Yes.
realized what she was saying.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Like,
old
in other
guy
words,
has.
there's no rhyme or reason to
I
your
just
playing.
think, yeah, I
you
think
just
that's why we're a
strength.
good team because you have the power and I've got the strategy.
Who has the looks?
Well, I mean, that's for the people to decide.
Yes.
You do, Miss Bridget Kavanaugh. All right, we're going to go to break, and we'll be back with more about the big Texas trip and me riding the bull. Video to come.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we're back. Live for 6 Live.
Live.
All right. I'm going to show this. Now, listen, I'm not allowed to show this video more than twice because of HIPAA laws. But we're going to show it. we're going to show quickly up front. It's very hard to catch everything the first time, and then I'm going to show it again when we bring
In slow
Jamie.
motion,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. So let's show it's 2 videos, but it's really one. It flows.
What?
All right. So the first one, Bobby, is you know which one's first? The one with my big fat head. If it's the wrong one, I'll tell you. All right. I'm going down now to ride the bull. All right, now show the next one.
John, what a great ride, man. What a great ride.
I rode the bull. Now I have proof. Bring out Salerno. John, I mean, you can't act that surprised. He was like, oh my God, he's on the bull. Am I right?
Well, you did an awesome ride, more than 8 seconds. I was surprised. It was either the bull or mutton busting. We tried to get you on a sheep, but you were a little scared.
Look, Bridget and John are leaving now because they saw the video and they believe it all to be true. First of all, listen, you are a wonderful host. I was out of my element, not feeling like Johnny L. But I know that if I said to you, hey, listen, I need to stay at your house and I need you to drive me wherever we go, I know you would have did it, but you were kind enough to say, all right, Johnny, whatever you're comfortable with. So I appreciate that. I have my own car. I can go when I want. I didn't have to bother him.
Right.
I sleep, I sleep in my naked. I don't want to sleep naked in his house. The 2 of us would be naked then. That wouldn't be
Tara wouldn't have minded.
No, I know that. I'm saying, the 2 of us being naked in the same.
You bump into him in the hall.
Yeah, but you never know, right?
Not good.
Both going to the bathroom 6 times a
I'm
night.
surprised you haven't said anything.
What happened?
Well, a very dear friend of mine is battling cancer.
Okay.
And she's going through chemo, and she lost her hair the other day, and she was very self-conscious. So I said, you know what? As a good neighbor, as a good friend, I'm going to support her in her fight. So I took it all off today.
You don't stop, man. You're unbelievable. We did a comedy show on the water for the Badge of Honor.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct. That was at Sideways Cafe, Sideways Barbecue in Rockwall on the Inner Harbor. Yeah, that was amazing. People came by boat.
People came by boat to the show.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it was a fun night. Met a lot of nice people. Again, thank you for including Laughter Saves Lives.
Always a pleasure.
As I got home and got off the plane, I said, you know what? We did 3 shows in memory of my guys.
Yeah.
I went out to Texas and I did 3 shows in memory of my guys. And these guys, Jamie and John, helped me. So I thank you for that, my brother.
Oh, you're very welcome, man. Did you ever make it? Because I didn't get to see you on the last day. Did you ever make it to the JFK Memorial?
Oh, no. I was too tired. No. But that was so funny that I told you the story, I think, that I was driving to the show and I wanted to go to the JFK Memorial, but I said, I can't get there. And I stopped at a light and I looked to my left and I see all these people taking pictures. And I'm like, hey, what's going on over there? And then I go, that looks kind of familiar. Oh, here I am. And I was right by the grassy knoll in the building. So, but I couldn't stop because we had comedy business to do.
Yes. It was an amazing weekend, man. I mean, between the Badge of Honor and the Dallas 9/11 stair climb and Aerial Point, that was so emotional doing the senior center. I know it hit your heartstrings as well.
Yeah, we met some nice people there after the show. There was one lady in particular. I don't know if you saw me talking to her. She was from the Bronx, so I made her feel at home. I took her wallet. By the way, tell her I have her wallet.
Yeah.
But I was talking to her for a little while, nice lady from the Bronx, and she mentioned something about a pin. I go, you know what? I got a nice 9/11 pin in the car. Flag 343.
Right.
Well, she was so moved that I gave her that pin, and it just made my whole trip. That she was that excited to sit and talk to me and with the pin. Made me feel like I'm like a superstar.
She was wonderful.
Yeah.
They
So that
all- we got a lot of good feedback from the senior citizen. They were so happy that we were there. They said we weren't funny, but as long as they got company, that's all they cared about.
that's what you shoot for in assisted care facility. Not funny, just hey, I'm here.
Presence.
Yeah,
is what
presence
you
and
need.
conversation.
Well, the hearing aids, it was on a delay, so they were laughing the next day.
Right. Right.
You know, I hope I did something. At one point, I said, "Excuse me, I'm just going to pause. I want to beat my head on this desk for 2 minutes."
And if
But
my agent calls, he's fired. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
well, good times, good times.
Yes.
So, any other feedback you get from the shows?
Honest.
Man,
honest.
I'm gonna let Jamie talk about the Dallas 9/11 one over at Four Corners, but between Sideways and Aerial Point, got so much great feedback. Just so happy that we're doing that we came out. They love the Laugh Saves Lives tour. They enjoyed all the comments, really. You brought a lot of healing, especially with the Badge of Honor. There were a lot of first responders in the crowd that really needed to laugh and chuckle. So we hit the mark, man. You guys really.
And you know what? Let's talk about this for a second. I'm going to say 8 to 9 years ago, I taught a class in Dallas, and I called John and I said, "Hey, John, is there anybody we could do a benefit for to raise some money?" So he found this firefighter, Andy Ellison, who was electrocuted, broke his back, his muscles were all contorted, out of work, could never work as a firefighter again. Young family, the whole bit. We did a nice fundraiser. A few months later, I paid a few more of his bills, and we kind of lost touch over the years. And I said to John a few months ago, "Hey, it'd be cool if Andy could come," and I forgot all about it. And we're setting up for the show, and we're on the stage. He's standing on the floor. This guy is huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's standing. So I said, he comes walking up to me and he goes, "John, blah, blah, blah." And I go, he goes, "You don't know who I am." And I go, "I'm sorry, I don't." He goes, "Andy Ellison." And I just wanted to cry. He looked so good. And I said,
he just got hip replacement surgery.
Yeah,
he
he
had
said
his
he needed
whole
one
hip
more
replaced.
surgery. He says he said he needed one more surgery.
Yep.
But I mean, the shape that he was in when we did the fundraiser, and his wife and him have a very successful wedding planning business. So again, another highlight of the trip.
Yeah. That was what it was all about, man. That's what the trip was all about. If you can touch one person, man, and then everything else is worth it.
Even if I didn't ride the bull, this would have been a very successful trip.
Right.
And I'm so glad that I had
that was an added thing.
And to have the proof on top of it. I mean, did you see him react when I was on the bull? Can you act like that? He was completely surprised with
it is unbelievable.
It was what's his name?
That was my whole own face.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on your show with all bikers. Me sitting in the corner with all these freaking bikers. I felt like a fish out of water.
You're a little scared.
Yeah. I looked at the one guy and I said, my cousin has a bike and I saw it once.
Yeah. Bikers love Rich Walker.
Oh, do they?
I did a show. I pull up in Connecticut, bikes lined up in front of the place. And I go in, I go, "How am I going to make you guys laugh?" And then I figured it out. Right before the show, I kicked over all your bikes.
They were all Schwinn's, right?
Yes.
You told them
you had to one up me. Yes.
Well, that's what happens when you do it at Toys R Us.
Yes.
Well,
and let me tell you, I was no kidding out of the hospital in 3 months.
Rich, you got to come out to Texas. They would love you out here. You got to come out here.
I told you, Andy wants us to come back and do a show at his place, at his wedding place there. So
you got to bring Rich.
How far are you from this? The Stockyards. That's my wife's dream to go to that.
Not far, maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I can show you. Right, I got to pass there now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
you got the key to the city.
I rode the bull. All right.
He still owes money to the barbecue place.
I will talk to you soon. Thank you for taking the time tonight to come back on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your help, my brother.
Yes.
You are wonderful host.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to break and we'll be back with Jamie and Shane.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that could save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child.
As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
With the whole thing.
And we're back with Lift the Same Songs Live.
Live.
You're not into Lift the Same Songs Live.
I am.
Tonight.
Well, I don't realize you're going to say it. I think you're like, we're back.
Oh,
Like,
no.
Back with Lift the Same Live.
All right.
Yeah.
So our next guest, Jamie Beck from the 9/11 Memorial Stair Claim, and her husband Shane Beck, who's an EMT, an instructor, captain, 42 years of EMS experience, the last 27 with the Trophy Club Fire Department, and the man who bought me dinner my first night out. No, she bought me dinner, so I'm saying it again. Let's welcome Jamie and Shane. They both bought me dinner. Both of these.
Maybe it comes out of his.
Maybe he's the dinner guy and she's the shirt. She bought me a shirt.
Oh, wow.
So maybe she's the shirt and he's the dinner guy. Maybe they split it up. Not only did she get me a shirt, she gave me the tickets from the rodeo. Cause now there was a big ruckus there because a civilian has never been on the bull, and I caused a lot of problems for Shane because he got us in for free. And he goes, John, I know you look very tough, but you can't ride the bull. Just let's watch. And the poor guy turns his head for a second, and I'm on the bull.
You're already on it.
I'm full of bull.
Can't stop you.
Yeah.
There was a lot of bull.
That was a lot of bull. He was big, is what he's saying.
Hey, he's been waiting the whole show to say that.
He's big. Listen, first of all, I feel like I was not myself. I missed my family for some reason this time a lot. Things always happen when I'm away. Like I'm home one day, I was back in the hospital with my daughter. But you guys were so gracious that night to take the time to take me out. You guys are busy, you're working, and you took me out to dinner. You paid for dinner. I mean, I wanted to pay, but I know I left a wallet in the
there
car.
Were no Denny's around.
I was what is it? The alligator? No, is it the alligator rums?
I'm
looking for my wallet. And he has. I go, no, I got it. He goes, no, John, I got it. I'm like, all right, he's gonna get it. I think he's gonna get it. And he paid for my dinner, so that was nice.
Nice.
That was
so.
nice.
What was your experience?
Yeah,
it was great. Like I said, there was a lot of bull.
Now back to John. No, terrible.
What did you say? What did you say to the lady to get us in for free?
I just told him that you were in town and that you were a super funny guy, and it was time for us to get you inside because being from New York, you needed that experience. So
you didn't tell her that it was like I was a sick child or something or anything like that.
Wait,
no,
it was a Make-A-Wish.
Was this before the show or after?
Before.
It was before. Oh.
Before.
All right, so you.
In fact, the woman. Funny. I'm going back and forth with the lady who let us in on Facebook. I was trying to get her on tonight, but maybe next week. So quickly, your experience. You have a lot of experience here in the fire department, EMS. Highlights of your career. I mean, you're a hero. You're in our hero segment here, by the way. I know you don't think you're a hero, but you're a hero. Tell us a little bit about your career. Some of the highlights.
Buddy, it's been a heck of a ride. 14 years of private EMS, 28 years in the fire service, and it's just an honor and a privilege to serve. And that wraps up my career in a nutshell. I do have one other really good talent, though.
What's that?
Well, you got your pickleball paddle?
Yes.
Okay, you got your ball?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I want you to do, and I want you to go with me on this, okay? Just serve it, you powerful son of a gun. Bring it on. Serve.
Give it to him.
Go ahead. Oh, wow. All the way from New York to Florida, baby.
He's so fast that went across 15 states.
That was
wow.
And that was so smooth, and we didn't set it up, right?
No.
Tell him.
No, it was not set up at all.
I was actually going to hit it at the camera.
You are. That was like a lightning bolt.
It went so fast, it even changed color on the ball. But hey,
that is so funny.
So you both play?
No, not really.
But
you just have a ball.
Played.
Yes, and I feel bad that I have you sharing this segment, but Jamie, what made you get involved with the 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb? And tell our viewers, if they didn't see you the last time, what is that all about? What is that all about?
You want me to go through the whole spiel again, John?
Well, give us the Reader's Digest version.
Okay. So the 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb is the largest memorial of its kind. It's to represent and memorialize and pay tribute to those who have the first responders who we lost on 9/11. The climb is 110 flights of stairs. It's 343 firefighters, 70 police officers, and the 9 EMS personnel that perished in the Twin Towers. And it's every year the Saturday prior to 9/11. So this year it's on September 7th. And this is our 13th year. This is my 11th year with the climb. And I got involved really just to pay back and help our first responders have an event that they can memorialize and honor their fallen brothers.
Now, Jamie, how did you get involved? Were you down in Texas or were you in New York?
A firefighter.
I understand that, but how did they get caught in the whirlwind of it happened in New York? And now you're in Texas?
Before Jamie answers that,
yeah,
I want to say that as I taught around the country, after 9/11, when you were in the middle of it, it was all a blur. For all of us, but especially for firefighters, cops, it was all a blur.
Right.
When I got back on the road again teaching 2-3 years later and saw the type of memorials that they had in the middle of nowhere,
right?
It was very moving. Wow. That you would think that people that didn't know you, that were far away from you, and still remember your guys.
Right.
So I can say what you do is felt, I know, by the FDNY guys
nationwide,
and you have had numerous FDNY guys involved with this, correct?
Right. Now it was founded by a Dallas, or actually a Plano-based firefighter that participated in a smaller event similar to this and decided, you know what, we can do this in Dallas. We can do this and invite the entire world to it. And, we'll start a tradition that we can continue on. And since then, there's been several stair climbs that have been designed around the Dallas Memorial Stair Climb. It's part of a national stair climb association, actually.
And I'm I've been busy with emptying out my pod from my basement, my daughter to the hospital, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm working on the final numbers, and we definitely made some money, a decent amount of money. You had the 50-50. You made money that I don't even count what I'm going to have to offset some of the cost of this 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, our goal with this, especially being the first year, was to break even because not only were we were looking for a fundraising opportunity, but we were also wanting to make sure we had an opportunity to share what this memorial is about mid-year, not just every year in September, that we wanted to make sure we kept this open and communicated and education throughout the year. This definitely did that, and we've done much better than breaking even.
And what was pretty cool is that 3 of the comics, myself, Bobby Goldsmith, and Solano have connections to New York.
Right.
So that was pretty cool that we were able to be there for this.
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback, by the way. Thank you so much. Certainly should have started with that. Thanks for coming out, putting that on. You and John Salerno did an amazing job. The comics were great. We got really good feedback from all of them. We've got a couple that are now probably going to be following them around the nation, trying to follow them around and attend more comedy shows. So thank you very much.
Well, Jamie, hi, I'm Butch, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. We've got both of those guys are here. If you want to say a quick hello to them and thank them.
Who, Bobby and John?
She's sick. She sees John all the time.
I don't see enough of John or Bobby. Hi, guys.
Hey, me and Butch look alike. Me and Butch look alike, man.
I'm much better looking than you.
You are. You are.
Gentlemen, Can we focus on Bobby just 1 second? Can we put him on the screen? Get him in the center screen because I wanted to say something to him. You stepped up. You were not originally on the show, and you asked Salerno if you could be on the shows. Looking back now, I can't imagine that we would have did these shows without you. You were like, oh, I was almost going to say, not that Linda wasn't great. You were the backbone. You did a solid job, all 3 shows. You know, even when I was on stage and you were looking at, I told you when I was on stage and all that noise, and I was looking at you for someone, and he was looking at me like, oh, this is horrible. And there's so much noise here. But you got up there like a pro, 3 shows, the senior show, and the other one. Great job, my friend. Great job.
Thank you so much. I do have a connection to 9/11, and my cousin is a New York City police officer, so that definitely makes difference. I was obviously born and raised there. As you can probably tell by my slick back hair, my Texas drawl. I wasn't born and raised in the South, although South Bronx is close enough, right? So South Bronx. Yeah. So it definitely had a little piece of that, but it was a privilege to do that. And yeah, I did fly in from Florida because I wanted to be part of it. I've actually performed for the Colony Police, the Plano Police, the Denton Police, as well as a number of VFW locations because I appreciate what everybody's done in stepping up. My dad was a veteran of the foreign wars as well. So, nice. So it's certainly something that you can't put a value on. We don't have this country without you guys. So it's the police and the firemen. So we appreciate everything you do.
Oh, it's very nice.
We'll see you again next year then, Bobby, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll tell you an interesting thing. When I was performing for the Denton Police, one of the things I wanted to make infinitely clear is that when we talk about people in the military, some go in for 2-4 years, some are lifers. But at the end of the day, in most occasions, up until recently, you knew who your enemy was by what they wore and the side they were coming from. When it comes to the police and the firemen, you guys don't know who the enemies are. When you walk in, they look like you and me. And so you put your lives on the line every day. So we thank you.
Oh, very kind. All right, hang out. We're going to come back with you in a minute and talk about you're also a life coach. So, Jamie, again, when is the stair climb? How can people register?
Well, the stair climb is September the 7th. September 7th. It's open to active firefighter, police, and EMS. The registration's on June 1st. They can go to dallasstairclimb.com and get more information there. And
my knees, my knees have been bothering me, but I did volunteer.
Yep.
To wear my Laughter Saves Lives Speedo on the 45th floor and tell people move. They'll be running away from me very quickly. And
we're going to have an elevator reserved just for you.
I would attempt to do some stairs. See how my knees are going by then, but hopefully I can come back out and do that.
Well, we'll love to have
a chair lift for him that goes around.
Well, we'll just maybe have one of the firefighters carry you up on the stair chair.
Oh, that would be embarrassing.
It'll be great. 4 firefighters holding him in the chair, like at a bar mitzvah.
Ride your bull, baby. Ride your bull.
That's right. All right, guys. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for making me feel at home when I was at home.
That's our Southern hospitality.
I felt it, my dear. I felt it. Thank you. We'll be right back. Robert Goldsmith.
Wasn't fun.
Back.
Oh,
We told you we'd be right back.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought. All right, so we are live, Paradise Studios, New York. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out tonight. Woo!
Live. Oh, I did a script live. Let's bring out our friend. This gentleman, 3-time best-selling author, financial professional for 3 decades, former radio host, and he's a life coach, Robert Goldsmith.
I'm sorry, you caught me in the middle of buying one of those life hacks. So, no, I can tell you a quick story. My grandmother once was unable to breathe because she got a bagel stuck in her throat.
Oh my God.
And my mom had to, hold her tongue out till the fire department came to eventually get rid of it. So she saved a life. I don't have a life hack, so I need to buy one.
It's an amazing piece.
Here it is. It's a plunger for the face. Your Heimlich maneuver isn't working. Boom, you put it on the face, pull it out. That's it. That's it.
It's very simple, but it, like you said, it's a lifesaver. So I have to get me one of those.
Yes.
I might be as old as you one day, and not be able to chew or something.
We'll get you the inside price, the Laughter Saves Lives price.
There you go. There you go.
Well, tell us a little bit about the life coach deal.
Well, actually, it's a financial coach, but life coaching starts with financial coaching. And let me tell you what I mean. People struggle in their lives when they lack education for money, on how money works. Okay. And most people have no clue. In fact, we were sharing a story when you were here, actually, when we were both in Texas, because I'm in Florida right now, was about how the pensions work. And very few people understand how pensions work. Very few people understand how life insurance works, or long-term care, or Medicare, or Social Security, because they're all coordinated. And if they're not coordinated, let me give you the best analogy I can. If you went to McDonald's and you were to buy a hamburger, fry, and a Coke separately, you might pay less than if you bought it as a combo plan, right?
Really?
So understand that all of these things you do in your financial life are combinations that need to work together. You actually get a better deal, and you'll save more money and save more taxes. So when I'm sitting with people and I'm talking about their financial lives, literally, I've had people crying because we made such a huge difference in what their retirement was, or the fact that they were able to retire. So that's the life coaching part.
Yeah, very important.
Bobby, my wife gets a pension when she retires, and we are so baffled. But it was explained to me by somebody that I go, let's get it in one lump sum. And someone was going, it's not yours. It's put into a pool, right? That what kind of pension is that? That's where it's like everybody contributes.
So
So
you're talking about everybody pooling money together, and then how are you dividing that up, and who's that through?
When you retire, you'll get, let's say, $2,500 a week. I'm just throwing out a number.
She works for the state.
Yeah,
right.
She's a railroad.
She's a railroad.
Oh, so she has a railroad pension, which is different. That's like a 403B. Okay,
it's like a nurse.
So here's the difference. You need to understand things. Is that when you talk about a 401k or a 403B, people pursue them or perceive them as retirement plans, but in reality, what they are tax codes. Okay. And every tax code comes with a specific set of rules and regulations, or as I like to refer to them as, the rules of engagement. And if you don't understand the rules, guess what? You end up paying the price. So it's about understanding the rules, and nobody explains it to them, because you go to your HR person who doesn't have a clue. They got hired last month out of college. They don't know how these things work. So they're just reading the booklet, and they tell you what the booklet tells you, not what the financial knowledgeable guy says. Well, let's put them all together. So there's an article you can read that's on Forbes.com called "Should Your Retirement Crash?" If you just Google "Should Your Retirement Crash?" it's a humorous look at how you need to understand that if you don't have all of your financial matters talking to each other, you're going to end up paying more in taxes, and you could double your Medicare premiums.
Got it. All right, we'll look that up.
Good stuff.
Good. Wow, it was a good question.
It is a good question.
Yeah.
So now the most important thing is I want to tell you that I recently became, because I know John's been talking about his kids forever, that I recently found out that it's never too late to become a proud dad. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, kid's 25 is just the first time I've been proud.
That's great.
Graduated from school, he got a job, he's taking over his cell phone bill. I'm getting a raise. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Yes.
But I got to tell you, he was a tough kid. Do you know that he was in high school? He actually came up to me and he said, "Hey, I think I want to be homeschooled." I'm like, "What?" He says, "I think I want to be homeschooled." So I said, "That's your mom's department." So I went to my wife and he said, "Mom, I want to be homeschooled." And check this out. Here's what she says. She says, well, if you want to be homeschooled, you need to write an essay and explain why you think you deserve to be homeschooled. And he does. But this was not a good story. Could you imagine the disappointment when he got that letter in the mail that said that he was not accepted? So he gets the letter, he comes running into our room and he goes, what do you mean I'm not accepted? I thought you loved me. If you didn't love me, why'd you have me? And I told him the truth, tax purposes. Then my wife chimed in and she said, well, we talked, we wanted to have kids. We just didn't know it'd be you. So, but it's interesting that he was one of those Tide Pod generations. Like this kid during COVID was eating Tide Pods. What a waste of money. He could have done the same thing with Walmart Great Value. I don't get it. But check this out. When he was 6 years old, I once took him to the mall. And when we got back from the mall, he had a candy bar in his pocket. And I knew that he didn't have any money and I didn't buy him a candy bar. So I grabbed that kid. I took him back to the mall. And this time we went to a jewelry store. You got to strike while the iron's hot.
That's I love it.
So
that's hysterical.
Piece of financial advice. Strike when the iron's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Just under a decade. And it started actually as doing financial workshops around the country because I've mentored over 1,800 financial advisors nationwide. And people were coming into these events that I was holding for 2.5 days. Right. And I realized that if you're going to talk about insurance, investments, retirement, Medicare, you had better learn how to be funny because you're going to lose your audience.
Agreed.
So I started adding levity into the conversation. And it was like 2015, 2016. I said to myself, I wonder if I could do stand-up. So I went to a stand-up comedy place. And it was a small place. In fact, Linda Stogner, who was on the show, owns that club. Okay. And I went there and I was the first person to put my name on the list, but the last one to go up. So there were 48 comics before me.
Oh my God.
So I had to wait for about 3.5 hours to do 3 minutes of stand-up. And when the rooms when the show started, it was a packed room. When I got up, it was me, the guy after me, the guy before me, Linda, the host, and 2 chairs. That was it. And so I get home and my wife says to me, she goes, well, how was it? And I said, I don't know. She goes, what do you mean you don't know? I said, well, weren't you there? I said, well, when it started, it was packed. When I got up, nobody was there. So I didn't know how I did. But it was kind of like the first time I got up in front of a real room and I'm going to do stand-up with no PowerPoint presentation. Yeah. It was kind of like I got up on stage, but my brain sat down saying, what am I doing here again? But now I love it. It's fun. It doesn't pay as good, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. So, and
you can. Funny about that story is your wife had to leave early, so she didn't get to see you.
She even left.
You know, it's funny, Bobby. I teach here in New York on Long Island. I teach a stand-up comedy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
StandUpUniversity.com. And
StandUpUniversity.com.
But what I'm saying is for some odd reason, every class has either a lawyer or a drummer, and we don't know why yet. But think about this, like you did. Lawyers are taking it because once you gain that likability with like a jury, they'll go with you any way you want to go, and just like you in your profession as a financial advisor, I would imagine you having a sense of humor. I think people trust people with a sense of humor more. And I think that you get a lot more out of it. Absolutely, I think so.
Well, you're 100% right. In fact, I was told this weekend by someone that says you're a financial advisor and you do comedy. Most people that do financial advising are dry and they're they don't have any serious
mud.
So being able to add levity into any conversation makes a huge difference. And I do that with almost everybody I talk to. And that's always been my nature. It's kind of like, when you're having a phone conversation and someone says, when you dial a number, hey, can I tell them who's calling? My answer is always, sure, go ahead. Because they're not asking me for my name, right? And then they'll say, well, can I have your name, please? And I'll say, well, you can, but you'd have to marry me because, that's the way it goes.
We have 30 seconds, my friend. Anything you want to say to close out?
Just I want to thank everybody for having me. Like I said, it was a treat, and I'd be open to doing any of the events that you put on and making my way there. and helping out as much as possible, because I love what you guys do. Like I said, and I left this part out. When the military do it for 2 to 3 years, what you guys have done has been for a lifetime. So there's no other way we can pay our respects to you than by helping you guys get what you deserve, because I think you're somewhat underpaid by comparison to what some of the people making, like the Yankees that I'm watching. So I appreciate everything you've done.
Bobby, I think you're a great guy.
Yes.
It was an honor to have you on. You're hysterical.
Well, thank you.
Material, clever as anything. It's awesome.
Taking that from the teacher here, the comedy teacher.
Wow.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys again and doing a show. And send me a copy of this. I'd love to put it on the website and promote it.
We'll do that.
I want to work with you.
Okay, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bobby. Good night.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Gentlemen, we will be back next week with Laughter Saves Lives Lives. We don't know who we'll have on. We never know until about a half hour before. Right. But Richie and I are a little hungry. I think we're going to go to the diner. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball, play ball.